Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Real United States video blog Behind the Scenes. I'm your host Paul Campbell, and as always behind the camera is my camera operator and wife Beverly Campbell. In this episode we want to talk to you about some of our equipment that we use to bring you the Real United States video blog. Recently one of my friends and colleagues, some of you may actually know him, he's the host of Real Russia, Sergey Baklikov. Well, Sergey sent me a message and asked me how we get such stable shots on the rolling video that we shoot when we're out in the field. So I thought this would make a good video to share with you how we actually do this. We've actually built a DIY project for about $20. It's a camera mount that goes on the vehicle for mounting the camera so that we can just roll down the road and shoot video at will. It's very, very simple. I looked this up. I learned about it on YouTube. You can too. I don't have to build one for you. I'm going to show it to you though. This is the piece of equipment we use. It's a pretty simple piece of equipment. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of hardware on it if you include the washers. This is a handle that you can buy at any major department store. You can buy it at Harbor Freight, most hardware stores. This is a handle that goes on a bathtub or shower wall. It's just a suction cup that people put up so they can stabilize themselves when they get in and out of the shower. It's high impact plastic, completely waterproof, shatterproof. You put it on a clean flat surface or semi-curved surface and lock these down, these little suction cups, and it holds a lot of weight. You can actually pull yourself up with it. Somewhere between about $5 and $10. I think we may have paid $7 for this, but figure $10, you're in good shape. The only other major piece of equipment on this is the ball head. Now it's a standard piece of camera equipment for mounting a camera on. Got a 1/4-20 thread on the top with a little lock washer, piece of cork on there to hold the camera in place. Got that off of the internet for $10. You find for more or less about that price. That and an 1.5 inch long 1/4-20 bolt with a washer and a lock washer. All I did was take this, drill a hole through it with a 1/4 inch, run the bolt through, bolt that on good and tight, and that's it. We then just have to wash the windshield each time we want to use this, mount it on the windshield, lock it down, spray a little extra moisture on there to make sure I get a good seal. And then the trickiest part, because we don't use an external monitor yet, is getting this thing flat to the world so that we get a good clean shot and getting the angle to the vehicle to really formulate the shot that Beverly wants in the video. So again, it involves drilling one hole and bolting the thing together. You both get this off the internet, buy this from any hardware store. We introduced this in episode 22. It was the first time we used it. We went out and built it after we saw it on YouTube. And I'll show you right here. We shot this scene right here in episode 22. It was part of the Christmas episode for that year, or one of the Christmas episodes. We actually made several our first year. And then we didn't bring it back for a couple episodes. We brought it back in episode 26, where we went to a wildlife refuge. That was really nice because it was a long drive through and we were able to shoot all the wildlife off in the distance in one steady rolling shot. We then brought this back out for episode 28, where we shot the orange groves in Florida, and that has been by far our most popular episode that we've made to date. I was really quite surprised by that because it was something we did just off the cuff. Like many of the things we do, it has turned out to be fabulously popular. Well, then we put it away, kind of put it on the shelf for a while, didn't really do much with it until episode 61. Episode 61 was in my hometown of Croswell, Michigan. We broke this out again and I shot some rolling footage to show you right here. And it turned out really nice. It was very well received. Again, it just went, it went nuts. Everybody really enjoyed that episode. So I shot 2 more episodes, episode 71 and episode 77. Episode 71 here was a return to Croswell. We had some really nice shots there with the sun in the background you'll see here. And then we used it again for episode 77, Beets to Sweets, where I talked about the sugar beet manufacturing process, or the sugar manufacturing process from sugar beets here in the United States. Again, these were all very, very popular episodes. Everybody seemed very, very pleased with them. And that was how we went about capturing that video. Now it's about 0 or even below 0 right now here where we are. So I'm not going to go outside and show you how this goes on the windshield because it's not all that impressive. It's just a matter of washing the windshield each time, giving this a little spritz, sticking it on there, clamping it down, and away you go. And watching us level out the camera really is not that exciting anyway. So that is, in fact, how we go ahead about using the vehicle as a massive dolly cam, basically. No track or anything. The suspension system of the vehicle gives you a very steady ride, and therefore a very steady shot. So for about $20 or less, and drilling one hole, centered, flat to the world when you drill this, just set it down, drill your hole straight in, because you're going to set this on the windshield, and it's going to set on a little bit of an angle, but you've got this ball head to adjust pretty much any place you want to get the camera level. And then it just faces forward. So that is all we do. And then when I get the footage home, of course, because I have to turn the camera on, walk around, get in the vehicle, so I just cut that off when I'm doing the post-production edits. No big deal. So for $20, and whether this has a little blue insert or anything, or whether it's just a plain handle, it doesn't matter. As long as it's all, high impact plastic, you're good to go. So I hope that was of some value to everyone out there that decides they may like to do some rolling footage and use their vehicle basically as a dolly cam and do it cheaply. You don't have to buy any kind of fancy equipment, and it doesn't harm your vehicle. You can mount this on the windshield. You can mount it actually on a car door. I've seen them mounted on rocker panels. You're going to be very sure that this is mounted securely. You don't want your camera rolling off the vehicle and getting busted up. So that's it, folks. If you like this video, how about this? Actually pick like. That would really be appreciated. If you haven't already, we'd ask that you'd pick subscribe and join us for future episodes. We're going to try and do behind the scenes at least once a week. We're having a little rough start here getting going, but we're going to try and do it every week in addition to our regular episodes. And if you have questions, comments, please leave them in the comments section below. I try to get back to everybody as soon as I can. I love hearing from everyone. And what we'd like to ask, if you please share this video with your friends. That really, really helps us out. That's the thing that really helps this channel grow, is if you will share this with your friends. And as always, thank you for watching.